Hi guys, my name is Mark and I shrinked an incinerator stormtrooper into a gaming mouse. Let's go! It was a little joke, I shrink no one and this is not a stormtrooper, don't worry. Basically this is a gaming mouse by a German company called DORNFINGER, which is producing already another gaming mouse, an ergonomical one and a coated cloth pad, which is very famous in Germany because the price is awesome and the quality is very high. These guys are not owning a company like you know it, so they don't do it full time, they just work mainly. They are like around 30 to 50 years old, have a very long history in playing Counter-Strike and other FPS. Some are ex-professionals. And basically they give all what they have and all their heart into this project, the company, to bring products developed by gamers and ex-gamers for other gamers alive. So they just want to give you the best out of their experience, to share it with you in a product which is basically totally different from other products on the market in my opinion. And now I will explain you why it's different. As always, we start with the box. We also can start with the box, oder wir starten mit der Box. If you want to know German or learn German, by the way, you also can subscribe my German channel. I'm very good in German because that's my mother language, and sometimes I mess or mix something up in English. If you hear stuff like this which is maybe weird for you or you don't understand, please bear with me. Keep in mind, English is not, or I'm not an English native speaker. I've learned it only in school for 6 years, so I'm on a very basic level, but I always try to explain you the best way I can. So just keep this in mind. They sent you a small box. Basically, it's just easily packed here. That's all within. There's no booklet in it. We have a small description on the back side about the veno-s. The DORNFINGER site is very clear. It's a German site. In Germany, you only can buy it on this site. There's no reseller, not on Amazon, nowhere else. They sent you charge-free everywhere, as much as I know. They produce the so-called Gleitmatte. I have a very good review about this on this channel here, where you're watching right now, in German and English. It is, for example, in medium size, 540 by 540 by 4, by the way, coated pad, cloth pad, very good stopping and very good glide for only 25 euro. That's an unmatched price in Europe, to be honest, for this high quality. It's a flawless product with a very, very slow wear down of the coating. Keep this in mind. They also have the veno-e, that was the first mouse they produced, was in ergonomical shape for 55 euro. Pretty solid one, has an old Pixar 3360 with Kales 2.0. Was totally okay, was the first try of them. They produce in China, like most of the people produce. They have a big OEM where they explain or tell them what they want. So they tell them product. These guys are basically not only buying just out of the catalog, they watch the catalog and then they do a lot of stuff to get the real product they want. They do a lot of steps, a lot of communication with the OEM supplier. So it's real work, believe me guys. If you are from Germany and need to contact or speak and explain with a Chinese OEM fabric company who's doing something for you every day or on a weekly base, it's hard work. It's really hard work because only numbers count over there. And if you need some months to just buy like 1,000 of these mouse, it can get a problem over there. But they finished this project, the new veno-s. At first, when I was reading the claim veno-s by DORNFINGER, I thought, okay, it's a Veno, that's a mouse, they call them mice Veno, it's okay, and S is small. But this time S or M or L is not explaining the size, S is for symmetrical. Basically you have an M to L sized symmetrical mouse with a very good shape. I talk about the shape now, then we go to the specs. The shape is very familiar, very close to a Starlight or Ultralight shape, but this mouse is a little bit bigger than an M-sized Starlight is. So it's in between M and L sized Starlight. It's pretty good because it's only weighing a little bit over 60 gram with RGB, with high quality, with very solid plastic. There's no squeezing, no clicking. There's mixed up material, plastic, some honeycomb finishing, and the rest is closed. The rest for your thumb and for your fingers on the side are closed. You have a very big area on the clicks, which is where there's no honeycomb. So it's very good made. It has RGB, everything what you saw here, and the very thick plastic. It's real thick plastic, guys, and it has a very good quality feeling. Weighs a lot, and keeping this in mind, those like 62, 63 gram for an M to L size symmetrical gaming mouse is very good. I just continue now. The shape, as I said, is a little bit like a Starlight. If I show you the bottom, you see one major difference. The major difference basically is here in the front. The Starlight has like this leap here, the edge, which is a little bit more aggressive, standing out like here. And if you have your fingers positioned like this, and you do like this, it gives you a little bit more hold. But if you want, for example, want to lay down your finger like here or somewhere on the side, it can distract you, for example, because the edge of the Starlight is very aggressive. For some people it's just perfect, and for others it's like, I would like to place my finger there, but the edge is so aggressive, it just lets me roll down, or it distracts me, and while it distracts me, I lose the contact to the mouse, and while losing contact to the mouse, it makes my aim get more jittery. Cause keep in mind, the more parts of your hand, the more like contact the fingers in general have to the mouse, the less jitter you will have, cause your grip gets more secure. If you do this, I can tell you, you will jitter. If you do like without palming, if you do like this, your jitter is like zero. And the guys of DORNFINGER keep this in mind, and remembered out of their very long history, out of the tons of gaming mice they have tested, and out of the prototype models they've tested already, that this shape would be way better for more people, also for left-handed people. So left-handed people, watch out now. This mouse is something for you, cause on the left and on the right side you have side buttons. You don't have it on a symmetrical, on the new one. No side buttons right side. You don't have it on the Model O. You don't have it on a HDM. Basically, there's no way you find a lightweight gaming mouse with latest specs, state-of-the-art sensor, state-of-the-art clicks, glides and stuff, which has side buttons on the left side. Now you say, but side buttons both sides, it's a little bit stupid. No, it's not, because the DORNFINGER guys made a very cool feature. On the bottom of the mouse, you have like a micro switch, and you can switch between left side, right side, and both sides on. So you can decide which side should be active for you. You can use both sides at one time, or you say only left or only right side. That's a pretty cool feature for me, because sometimes, for example, for people who play like games with more abilities or like New World, I think it's useful to have two more buttons on the mouse. And also you can use the right side with your thumb for your tactical stuff, and maybe the left side with tactical stuff, and the right side maybe for communication or whatever. It's a pretty cool feature. That's really good, and I think it's a real unique feature. Then you have those, in general, the very big click. I would say it's one of the longest clicks I have seen in the last time. Also, the mouse is very big. Maybe that makes sense. And I can tell you, you can click it everywhere. You can even click it here. I click it on the total edge right now. It's everywhere clickable. It has the awesome click feeling. It's really nice. There's like zero pre-travel. Click feeling is insane. It's due to the fact that the mouse in general is totally coated, completely coated. it's kinda, I don't know, I mean, that's not real coated, that's not like, it's not like gloss, super glossy here, the click, but you feel it's not rough. But it's totally okay. There was no point like, I have an Soundkönig M2K, a coated one, and a sandblasted one. The coated one, I can't play it because it's so slippery for me on the finger. There's no way I enjoyed playing with it. But here, it's totally okay. It's not distracting me. But I would say for people who want to play it a little bit more engaged and to play longer turns, I would say you just get some grip tape for your thumb. I think the thumb here is the only way you need some grip tape, because I think you will move a lot with the thumb and it will give you way more secureness. That's all to the form, in general to the how the mouse is made. We go over to the specs now. As we said already, or as we see already, you have RGB here. The side buttons are SMD buttons, and as you see, they are very good into the shell. They're not distracting you because they don't have a big like hump out of the shell. There, when it goes over to the end, you will not accidentally press them with your thumb or with something else. The mouse in general very solid and clicking and the click feeling. The main clicks are very good. The first thing they will tell you here on the page is that they basically use the so-called Huano blue pink 80 million clicks, and if we compare them to real fresh Kailh's 8.0, in my Hati Ace Wireless, which is basically unused, you hear basically the sound is pretty equal. Now you can say, okay, this one is a little bit bigger, so it's a bit more sound damping, but I can tell you just by the feeling. I think most of you know Kailh's 8.0 from another gaming mouse, because it's very popular right now to have Kailh 8.0s, because they're very snappy. A lot of people want them because they are like built for 80 million actuations. But there's one thing I can tell you guys for sure. I used a lot of Hatis with Kailh's already in my history. I reached Immortal on Valorant with a Hati wired with Kailh's, and I can tell you after like, I don't know, 20, if you play your Hati for like 2 months straight every day, 8 hours, the click will be different. My camera guy and I, we just put out some of my old Hatis of the blacks, which I played with the Kailh's. We just compared, and very used Kailh click with a very fresh Kailh, and there's like zero, you can't compare them at any point. They feel like very mushy old Omrons after like 3 months of hardcore usage. And Huano is more known for at the micro switches for being like an elephant, like a tank. They are more solid, more robust built, and the Huanos here used for which are basically laid out or engineered for 80 million clicks, are basically a little bit harder in the pressing, so they have some more centinewton in the force you need to press them down. Okay, but the spring inside, which recoils the switch so the click comes back, is way stronger and way faster than the one on the Kailh, which for example gives you a very good feeling when you, for example, use pistols in CSGO, when you use the wingman in how's it called? It's Apex, man. I play this shit game every day, but it toads my mind, believe me guys. When you play Apex, for example, for every single shot weapon, or for weapons where you wanna burst yourself or single shot auto fire weapon, that's a very good click, because it rejects very fast, really fast. It's the fastest rejection I have here. I have no comparable switch. Also on my Soundkönig M2K, the switch is not so snappy. It's not so not coming back as fast as this one. Sorry guys. So awesome switches, awesome choice. And I know from the guy who is doing the gaming mice at DORNFINGER that he's basically testing all switches he can get. He's really playing them. He's soldering himself into the model of mouse he's playing. He still plays Face It on level 10 elo in CSGO, and he's older than me. And I can tell you, he is a real gamer. And that's why the mouse feels so great. The clicks feel great, guys. We go over from the clicks to the sensor. The sensor is a Pixart PRV 3370, which is basically a wireless sensor. And now you ask yourself, yeah, but why are they using wireless sensor? You know, from maybe from Endgame gear or from mountain gear, they also use the sensor. The sensor has some advantages besides that they can be run with very low power consumption for wireless. They have a very low failure rate on the sensor, so basically on the scanning of the surface they are running over. The failure rate is one of the lowest on the whole Pixart sensor assortment. That's really good, and they have a very low lift-off distance. That's also very good for you guys. Sure, that's not a Focus Plus, that's not a 3399 or a Hero 25K, 26K, but it's a very good, very affordable, very broadly used sensor, which has a lot of implementations and which has way less spin outs on different surfaces compared to the 3360 or compared to the 3389. Sure, you will have DPI deviation, but as I always say, check your DPI, check your 360 degrees turns in game, check it for yourself and just adapt to it, change your settings in game or change the DPI outside. Keep this in mind, guys. So the sensor is solid, the construction is solid, the clicks are solid. Now we come to another very good feature, which is pretty unique for this price. Keep in mind, it's only $59.95. You have this set of glides here in the box. Now you say, yeah, but there are also glides somewhere else. For some people of you who can already identify which glides these are, yes, these glides are Tiger Eyes. Now you say, what, Tiger Eyes? Yeah, these guys called Esports Tiger, that they want to have Tiger Eyes skates as stock feeds, and that they want to have a set of extra glides in the box. And Esports Tiger said, okay, let's do it. So it took them a long time. Then they had a little problem with the glue of the original Tiger Eyes skates, which was not fitting to the coated plastic, so they had to change the glue. That's why it looks a little bit different below here. So the glue is changed, but basically these skates are very well rounded, very smooth Tiger Eyes skates. And to be honest, I show you the glide now. For an M-sized mouse, the glide is very nice, guys. I can tell you, it's very enjoyable. Even the mouse is 63 gram and it's L size. It's like you have a very good micro feeling with the glides. That's a very rough Aqua Control 2-pad from X-Ray. It's an awesome feeling. I can feel it very good. It's very secure. It's not too fast, not too slippery. You still have a good stop point, even though this is a very fast pad and it's very rough. And there's a reason why, because the design, how he designed the glides. Thomas, the guy at DORNFINGER himself, decided how the glides would look. And he's done the work. He has brain, because he plays. Not like people on here at Ultra Customs from the Panage. If you compare the glides, what you can see, this looks like, okay, we just make them as big as we can. That's stupid, guys. One major flaw here on the Hati for me always was the big glide on the bottom. Why? I show you. Look at how it is. It's always like this. It's turning over the head. It's too instable, too sensible on the head movement. Now people say, but it's good. I can aim out of the wrist, but you don't aim here out of the wrist. You don't do this. You do it like this. And if it's too instable in front and too many friction in the back, it will influence your aim basically, and this gives you huge problems sometimes when you want to do some flicks or you want some little micro adjustments out of your wrist, because the head of your mouse turns too fast. And Thomas realized it, made the glides in the back very small, kind of small, outside rounded, inside straight with the angle. That's very good. Why? Because it gives you good stability, and it's called the pinching effect. It's like you have 3 points, one is a little bit bigger and 2 down there, and this pinching effect, these angles, will give you the stability in front, because in front it's long, more friction front, longer stability line, and at the end you only have like 2 stability points. So it does it down like this. The stability here is higher than at the end. That's why, even though you have your hand like this, the stability feels totally linear over the whole mouse. Very good construction, very well made, and the way it's rounded in top also gives you a very good feeling on micro adjustments and on little, as I would say, wrist flicks and wrist adjustments. Very good made. Not too fast, not too slow, nice friction. So Tiger Eyes feeds stock here. Awesome feature besides the Huano switches. The rest is like this paracord here. It's not the super soft, it's not like on the Tokyo, and it's not like you buy one for like, I don't know, 20 euro, but it's very solid work for 59.95. Guys, it's totally okay. When I do this, the mouse is not going back. Only if the cable is really going over to be an S, the mouse will move. That's totally okay, guys. Very solid paracord. The mouse wheel in general is also very good. It's not that hard going, it's soft going, easy, and it feels like the encoder has a lot of steps. That's pretty nice. It's rubberized. The rubber is very decent. The mouse is not too, so the wheel is not standing out too much or is too deep into the shell. Very nice feeling. And you still have the DPI cycle button. I don't need it, but it's there, you can use it. You can click everywhere here. Awesome. And now I show you the software. There's one thing you need to do when you buy the veno-s and you have it home. You plug it in, you will maybe think it feels weird. It comes with 400 dpi and 1000 Hz polling rate. But there's one thing, guys. One major thing. You go over to mouse parameter. And one thing is like this software, the version or the further version, will enable pointer precision. So the enhancement of the mouse movement in your PC. You need to switch it off. You need to uncheck improve pointer precision. And then you need to also lower down your debounce time to 4 milliseconds. Lift off distance already set to 1. Polling rate also already set to 1000 Hz. And then you just apply this. You also can do macros and set customized buttons, like always on every software. And right now the debounce time, the lowest time choosable is 4 milliseconds. In the German video, which I know these guys were looking, because they know I know what I'm talking about. I already told them to do it like 0 milliseconds, 1, 2, 3, and 4, so people can decide themselves which millisecond setting they want to play. Because if you have, or if you do double shooting, you will change it anyway. So give them the opportunity to play with 0 ms. Maybe it gives them a way better feeling. And right now, every ms counts. Frames win games, guys. We all know 4 ms can let you die in Valorant because Pika's advantage is so big. No, it's not, guys. So I just told them I hope they will change it, and I hope they will disable this pointer precision stuff in the next versions of the mouse or in the next software. I have no idea how they want to do it, but I told them, and basically that's it. From my side, I would say, even though you guys are not German and you're maybe in the States right now or in some other countries in Europe, check out this mouse if you want an M to L size symmetrical gaming mouse with very good features, a decent weight, about 60 grams for an M to L size mouse, with awesome feeling, awesome clicks, awesome stock glides, with an extra Tiger Eye set glide, one on the mouse, one in your hand. And it's made with love, guys, and you feel it. There's nothing more to say from my side. I enjoyed this product. I know I showed you something new and no one else showed you this mouse already who is English speaking. Maybe someone else will do a review later about this, but I think that's enough. That's all you need to know. It's awesome. It's very good for one clicking. That's it. Try it out, guys. Give these guys a chance. Buy a mouse. Make them happy. Have fun with this one. And believe me, it's worth it. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for spending your time with me. If you have any issues, if you want to ask anything about this or me or why I'm so beautiful, just put it down in the comments below. I will never answer your questions, as I always never do it. I do. And we see us on the next video, guys. See you soon.